Hello and welcome to another episode of Blackjack Movies. I'm your host, Pat Hilke, taking you through the journey of the best damn movie podcast on the internet. I am here once again with the co-pilot of the ship, Brett Gutierrez. What's up, Brett?
Booyah! What is up, Pat?
All right.
And what is up, listeners? We are here. It is November 16th, and we are bringing you our Blackjack instant review of Justice League.
Justice League, booyah!
Booyah!
All right. And you guys will know when you watch
Listen
the movie.
to the rest of this podcast.
Oh, and that too. All right. So as we do always, we give you the good, we give you the bad, and we give you the Blackjack Movies rating out of 10. Just to let you know, this is going to be a spoiler edition. If you have not seen Justice League, go see it, then come back, check out the podcast, and then let us know, your take and what you thought of the movie and if you match up with us or whatever, because I don't even know if we gonna match up with us.
It'll be interesting.
There we go. So let's start off with the good. Brett, what was good about Justice League?
There is a lot good about Justice League, and I think you agree, Pat.
I really agree.
I think they took some notes from Marvel. They made it a little bit lighter.
It's definitely got the one-liners going throughout, but I guess that, when you get Barry Allen, that tends to lead towards a little bit of comedy.
Yeah, exactly. Bringing in the Flash, I think this whole Batman versus the whole DC universe kind of needed that. I'm not going to say that he was amazing because, you've seen Marvel and their characters do it a lot better. But you know what? This universe needed a little bit of lightheartedness to it, and he brought that for sure. I mean, the dude was funny. He made me laugh out loud a couple times, and I can really appreciate that. I
mean, for me, one of the bright spots was the story. I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the interaction between the Justice League and the members in the Justice League. I thought every single one brought something different to the table. Yeah. And the chemistry between all the characters was really good. But then you had like little sets, like Ray Fisher playing Cyborg and Ezra Miller playing Flash. They have a little interaction that really took off. Like, I really enjoyed their little scene together. Yeah, I really did like that.
The grave scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck, I thought were amazing together.
Yeah.
But I thought that in B versus S too. So. And
Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that too.
Well, Momoa, man. Momoa is Momoa, man. That dude ridiculous. Like, why you gotta look like that? It's just like with Hemsworth, man. Why they gotta make everybody else look bad? That's in the bad, by the way. Real people don't look like that.
Hey, Ben Affleck.
I'm gonna look like that.
Hey,
but
Ben Affleck kept his shirt on the whole movie. He's not out there.
I mean, he's yoked though. He was yoked up.
He's big. He's big.
Yeah, he's big.
But he ain't cut up. I know he ain't cut up.
He's not cut
like
fat,
that. He's fat like.
Yeah, but oh my god,
fat man.
Like it really is ridiculous. Like Henry Cavill and
Momoa. Yeah,
and then you got ridiculous. Hemsworth on the other side. Like, come on, man.
They're ridiculous.
Like, can we just look like a normal person?
No way.
But I guess not. I mean, they are superheroes.
They're superheroes. They're supposed to be like that.
That's part of the bad, though, Brett. Come on, we're still in the good.
No. Yeah,
in the good, man.
There is more good.
There is good.
It is eluding me at the moment.
Wow. Come on, man. Come on. Talk about Batfleck, dude. I know you hated him in Batman vs. Superman. He's not
in my good.
Really?
No.
God, you hate Ben again. No.
He's not in my good.
No, man. He is the best Bruce Wayne that we've had. He is probably the best Batman that we had. And I dig it, man. Like, I hope that he changes his mind again. Like, this back and forth.
Wants to come back.
Yeah, this back and forth crap that he does, I don't like. But you know what? This dude really does kill it. And I'd like to see him continue it a little bit longer before he steps away from it.
I agree. My good, back to Justice League, is bringing back Superman pretty early. I was really afraid that it was going to get me maybe 10 minutes of the full Justice League.
They brought him back about halfway through the movie.
Yeah, halfway through the movie, and he had his own little, he needed to reunite with, Lois Lane and his mom and stuff, so he was kind of off on a side story. But, he joined the team pretty quick for, like, basically the whole final scene. Yeah. And it wasn't just a splash of Superman, which made me happy.
Yeah, no, and his... CGI and everything, that whole fight was really cool. The last fight was really good. Most of the fights were really good.
I would say all the
when
fights
it came
were pretty good,
to special effects. Let's see. Pacing. I guess I'm getting into the bad really quick.
Let's just get in. We can cycle back and forth.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth as we go through the movie.
Because we got some bad, so we'll get into it a little bit.
You can definitely tell that this is directed by 2 directors. You have Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder, and it's hard to tell like which is, I guess, a good thing. But with it only being an hour and 59 minutes long, you can definitely tell that there are scenes that are cut down.
Yeah.
And not fully developed because of whatever reason they needed to make this thing 2 hours.
It's because of Batman and Superman. Let's just get that Batman versus Superman. Everybody is scarred by that experience.
Not me.
The mass public is scarred by that.
They are, but
that 2 hour and 40 minute.
Well, what's funny is when you watch the Ultimate Edition, which is 3 hours and 10 minutes long, it's actually better than the 2 hours and 40 minute long movie.
I understand, but no movie needs to be 3 hours and 10 minutes.
We're
not watching Dr. Zhivago. We are not watching Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, but yet we watched Thor 2 weeks ago. That thing's it's 2 hours and 29 minutes, and we were fine.
Okay.
You know?
True.
Like this thing being 2 hours and 15, 2 hours and 20, we would have been fine because it is action throughout. Like there's not a lot of downtime between things. And so that's why I was like, you know, on the good or on the bad of the pacing thing, like this movie flies by.
Yeah, it zips by.
This is not a movie where you're going to be checking your watch being like, oh damn, we still got another 20 minutes of this thing.
Yeah, I mean, and they had to.
No, this thing goes.
Yeah. And they had to introduce everybody. They had to get them together.
They did great with the introductions, I thought. Mm-hmm. And you said something as we were sitting there waiting for the final cut scenes after the credits, that you noticed that they played the Batman theme.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah,
you know,
I loved it. Just sparsely throughout the movie, they hit you with a little bit of Danny Elfman Batman,
John Williams
Superman. Right as they come into your moment in the movie,
and you get at the beginning Wonder Woman's theme from the last Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah, and that really got me up and excited for that. You know what I mean? Like when Batman just jumps out of his out of his plane into the Batmobile, and then they hit you with the John Williams. It put a smile on my face. It put a big smile on my face.
Yeah,
actually.
It's cool, man. Like,
so it's cool.
Bringing stuff back to other movies that we can get a little bit of nostalgia from or whatever. Like, it's awesome. And so they did an excellent job with that. You know, just going back, like I said, like if they could have just expanded these scenes out, I think it just makes for a better movie. And we're invested into these characters. So giving us a little bit more of like that grave scene. I felt like there was more in that grave scene,
and even the resurrection a little bit, because they kind of they didn't even look at him. They just plopped him right into the ooze in the ship, and then all of a sudden, okay, run, Flash, let's go.
Yeah,
it felt really quick. Exactly. You're right. Exactly. I get what you mean.
Some other bad.
Okay, so a big bad for me, and it also is like a future bad because we have Aquaman to look forward to next year, is the Aquaman scene where he goes to Atlantis. Oh man, did that look terrible.
No.
And I was thinking about this the whole long, how are you going to do an Aquaman movie? I've never seen an Aquaman movie in real life. Or, real life, right, I mean, like non-animated.
Right, like how are you going to
film underwater?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And make it look real.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And they did a terrible job of it.
They did.
It looked dark and grainy and bubbly, and nobody can talk to each other, which, you're in a Superman movie, or you're in a superhero movie, it's fine if you can talk underwater, I think.
For sure.
We've seen this in all the animated animated stuff.
And I have a feeling that when James Wan's Aquaman that comes out next year, I think you're going to get that. I really do.
I hope so, because if you have to open up an oxygen bubble just to talk, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I really think that you'll be able to have some communication that way. I actually think that the CGI will be better, and that this is my major bad for this movie, is that the CGI is so iffy at times. And it's just like, what the hell are they doing? Like, I know, and you talked about it when we were sitting there, Superman's mustache, Henry Cavill's mustache that he had to keep for Mission Impossible that he was shooting as they're doing the reshoots for Justice League, he had to keep his mustache. They weren't going to let him shave it off. And so they had to CGI his mustache off of his face.
So what happens? Normal, of course.
Well, what happens is, like, you don't really get this feeling of like the, uncanny valley or anything. Like, his face looks normal.
Yeah.
But when he's talking, his mouth is not moving at the right speed for the words that he's saying, and all you're seeing is teeth.
Yeah, I saw a lot of teeth.
And I'm like, this is stupid. This is dumb. Spend some extra money, or get in a room with the people that run Mission Impossible and tell, beg them, say, can he just shave his damn mustache? He'll grow it back in 2 weeks. That dude's hairy as an ape.
Yeah, you look at his chest.
Exactly. This dude ain't gonna have a problem with growing a mustache back. I'm telling you right now, as a person that has a mustache and a beard,
takes about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and you're gonna be good.
Yeah, they could have paid. Maybe they could have paid Mission Impossible
to put the mustache back on. I mean, damn.
I don't know.
So that was bad.
That was bad.
As good as the scenes of fighting were throughout the movie, every fighting scene was awesome, and the CGI was on point. How do you have two main characters in your movie, Steppenwolf, Cyborg, look totally awful?
Yeah, Cyborg
as a CGI character. Like,
Cyborg looks really bad.
Not good. And I'm just like, this is, for lack of a better term, shit.
Yeah, like they did okay with Cyborg's face because I think it wasn't CGI. I think he was wearing a partially metal and they just kind of glowed his eye. Like, it looked like he was wearing a partially metal chin, right?
I don't know, man. Like, I have a feeling that half of it was CGI, the other half not.
Yeah, maybe because from the neck down, Cyborg just looked terrible.
It did.
He looked weirdly proportioned.
It did.
He looked.
It looked weird until the very end when he's talking back and talking to his dad, and he has the new chest plate.
Yeah.
And
but yeah, throughout, Cyborg looked really weak. I'm glad they kept the freaking sweatsuit on
for most of the movie. Yeah. For real. Like,
dude's wearing
way.
A tracksuit for like 45% of this movie. And
I felt the same way, dude. I was like, what is going on?
They did it for a reason, because they did not do a good job animating him.
No. And Steppenwolf, man.
Steppenwolf, yeah.
I'll tell you what, like, when I saw some of the other reviews before we went into the screening, I was like, everybody hates the villain. So I'm just prepared, and I'm prepared anyway, because out of every comic book movie, Marvel or DC, that we've
villains
seen,
have not been good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what villains?
Loki.
What other villains do we have? We have Loki and we have Hela from Thor.
I liked Ultron. Okay.
Ultron's decent, right?
It's more the voiceover that was great.
Right, but besides that,
yeah,
we don't really have any. Like, everybody's kind of forgettable. Like, nobody's like outstanding,
Mm-hmm.
And for sure, I mean, General Zod in Man of Steel was good.
Yes, he was.
But Enchantress for Suicide Squad,
Doomsday,
awful.
The previous
Doomsday
movie.
for Batman vs Superman, which they
Awful.
shouldn't even have had yet. They should have had Doomsday in this movie. Like,
yeah,
it's just not good. And Steppenwolf so I'm expecting it to be bad, and I've read that it was bad. I go into it, the character itself of Steppenwolf, not that bad to me.
Mm-hmm.
Not that bad. Looks awful, but the character itself is not that bad. Like, I was okay with it, and I'm okay with the whole arc of it and everything else. Like, he's gone and he's back in space or wherever the hell he's at, in some Earth 10 or whatever, wherever he's going.
Yeah,
he's
gone.
Yeah, good.
Because the magical beam in the sky, I don't get the beam either. That thing.
The mother box is like, I feel like
that was not explained very well. The big like object of the desire for the villain is not explained at all.
Yeah.
And there's this beam that randomly took him to Atlantis. It took him to the Wonder Woman island. Yeah. But for some reason it can't take him to the last box. For no reason at all. Right. Because it's a magical beam that just beams him to where the location.
Well, they couldn't find it.
Well, they couldn't.
Because
okay.
men can hide it better than Amazonians or Atlanteans.
Well, it looked like it was just heat-seeking, to be honest.
It's ridiculous.
And then all of a sudden, at the end, the beam just magically beams him up.
It's so ridiculous.
And all of the minions at the same time, which is very convenient for the Justice League.
Well, that's that's what happens in all those movies, though. It's what happened in Avengers. Here we go. Yes, it did too.
How?
They got the Tesseract away from Loki, and they closed the little portal. That's what all these, like.
I thought they had to go kill the rest of them.
No, all these superhero movies, man. It just closed, and then they died. They just died.
Oh yeah.
Remember, it was like episode 1 where all the
droids,
all the battle droids died. They broken.
We saw one.
They're broken.
They're so broken.
Yeah, they're so broken. So, like, that's what these do. They do, like, all these group ones. It's same with Ultron.
No,
they had all the Ultron bots. No, they had all those Ultron bots, and that's all they fought. And it's like
yeah, but they had
you have this one big bot, or you have this one big bad guy, and then you gotta make everybody else look cool. So you got these minions that are like faceless creatures that nobody cares about, right?
Yeah.
And they all come from some portal in the sky, and I mean, it's not a surprise. Joss Whedon wrote both these movies. It's the same damn thing.
Yep.
Portal.